too.
I'm playing with blocks. Piper's playing with trains.
Beau and Piper Collins and Beau frowned. They really hoped that wasn't their lunch. And come to think of it, Daddy called to nobody in particular. I'm also super hot, but this ordinary day was about to turn into a very unordinary day. A very unordinary day. Indeed. We interrupt this program to bring you news of a rampage Destructobot wrecking havoc downtown. Wreaking havoc downtown. Klutz Industries Destructobot 2000 on the loose. Bane, Piper Collins, and Beau watched in disbelief. A rampaging robot in their neighborhood? Kids, called Daddy. I'm just heading out. I'll be back soon. But Bane, Piper Collins, and Beau didn't even notice Daddy leaving. Where did it come from? Can anyone stop it? We just don't know. They were too busy watching the TV. This Destructobot really was making a gigantic mess of everything. Was there anybody who could put a stop to the out-of-control Destructobot's rampage? Anybody at all? What's that? Wait, what's this? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Suddenly, from out of nowhere, a heroic figure flew into view. Something about it looked familiar. Bane frowned. Wait, he said. It can't be, said Piper Collins. It's not possible, said Beau.
I want to flip the pig.
Fear not, for I happen to be super funny. This should distract it. Hey, Destructobot, what do robots sit on?
I flip the plane.
Oh, this will be good. Flip it, Holly.
Flip it.
That's Daddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, where's the punchline?
There are robotums. Daddy's power of funniness was pretty super. The out-of-control Destructobot seemed very surprising. Watching back at home, Bane, Piper Collins, and Beau were even more surprised. Wow, said Daddy, said Piper Collins. This is awesome, said Beau. Nothing to worry about, people, for I am super hardworking. No job is too big.
I flip the pig.
Dog hanging out.
A bunch of chickens on the roosty. And the cute Piper kitties.
Daddy's powers of hard work were pretty super. The rampaging Destructobot seemed very impressed. Back at home, Bane, Piper Collins, and Beau were even more impressed. You've got this, Daddy, said Bane. We've never doubted you, yelled Piper Collins. We barely ever, Beau added. Piper, flip it.
Smiling.
Stay calm, for I am super kind. Time to spread some warmth. Daddy warming ray power was pretty super. Though marauding Destructobot seemed well amazed. Back at home, Bane, Piper Collins, and Beau were amazed too. Go, Daddy! But for all of Daddy's heroics, the Klutz Industries Destructobot 2000 was still rampaging around like a gigantic toddler, causing damage everywhere it went. Was there any way of stopping it? Any way at all? Bane could barely watch. Piper Collins covered her face with her hands. Beau hid behind a pillow. Be careful, Daddy, they whispered. But Daddy had another superpower, the power of knowing just what to say and do at just the right moment. Yes, he had daddy power. I think somebody just needs a hug. A hug, said Bane. Seriously, said Piper Collins. Daddy, I don't think that's a good idea. Daddy walked towards the Destructobot. Slowly, carefully, he put his arms out. And gently, ever so gently, he gave the berserk marauding, out of control Destructobot a great big everything is okay daddy hug. Underneath it all, the Klutz Industries Destructobot 2000 was really just like a little kid, a very big little kid. A very big little kid that had been throwing a very, very large tantrum.
I can. There's only one more.
And it turned out that Daddy was pretty super at a lot of things. He was super funny, super hardworking, super kind. But most of all, he was pretty super at being a great daddy, said Bane, Piper, Collins, and Beau. Our daddy the superhero, say Bane, Piper, Collins, and Beau.
Flip it. And
That was awesome. Who wants a super daddy hug?
me.
Oh.
And we've got another thing.
And it's you.